Hello, everybody. My name's Humper, and I'm here with Miss Vico. Miss Vico has been doing videos all day, and she frankly is sick of her own voice. So I said I'd step in and say, hello, everybody. Hello, ninth grade students. I hope you're smiling right now. Okay, before Miss Vico takes over, I want you all to go grab your copy of your books. Okay, go. Woof, woof. Go, go, go. Okay, Humper, I'll take over now. But, 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 but you said. No, it's okay, Humper. Thank you very much. Goodbye, everybody. See you again sometime. Okay. Thanks to Humper. We're going to start off our video. Our lesson today. And let's start with our learning target. I can choose a character and explain how that character views him, herself. I can explain how the physical and emotional characteristics are important to or about the character. And here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to model choosing a character and filling in the graphic organizer, and then I'll show you how to do a free write responding to the prompt. How does this character view him or herself, and how does Tyrone view that character? And that answers our learning target. So, before I pop over to your homework, I just want to talk to you a little bit about the character that I've chosen, and I'm looking for my book. You are all supposed to read through, we all read through page 23. One of the characters that we learned about was Shankara. And she, I found, was really interesting. So she's the character that I've decided I am going to focus on to answer the prompt and to fill in the character chart that I showed you on Tuesday. So I'm going to pop over because this time I have it filled out already, but I want to walk you through what I was thinking about when I was thinking or reading through Shankara Troop's story. So, what do I know about her physically? I know she has a big black eye and she's wearing shades to conceal, as she called it, the Johnny print from her classmates. She got smacked in the eye by some guy who was trying to do things she wasn't comfortable with. And she sees herself as strong. Might as well stare all you want. This is the first and last time you'll ever see me like that. There's my textual evidence that she does see herself as she's strong. She stood her ground when Johnny tried to go too far and groped her. She hit him and he smacked her back. Her jaw dropped from shock, and I looked in his eyes and I saw my sister's reflection. That quote, when I read that, I'm like, wow, that is pretty interesting, because after reading that, we find out that her sister's been the only guy she goes out with different guys, and they all beat her up. And she keeps going back to them. There's this cycle, and she's been seeing that since she was 10 years old. And she's like, that's not going to be me. She sees what men do to women since she was 10, right? So that's the emotional, her inner dialogue, her feelings, her goals. Her goal is to never be treated like, to not be her sister is her goal. Now, when we take a look at how the physical and emotional are tied together, and why is that important to her about the character? So I noticed that the black eye is a physical and emotional reminder to her to be strong and to not be her sister. Emotionally, she's seen what her sister has gone through, even though every time her sister gets punched or beaten by her boyfriend, she says she'll never let them do that to her again. But her sister always goes back to the guy and he beats her again. Her sister is like a symbol to her, reminding her of a life she will not let herself live. So I think Shankara is very strong. She's seen a lot of crap in her life. She doesn't want that to be her. So her inner goal is to not be her sister, and that she's not going to let some guy beat her up like that. She sees herself as having a better life. So that's how I filled out the character chart for Shankara Troop. And I have two different pieces of evidence for my thinking. Now, I know that in the end, you're going to be writing an essay, and it's going to be really important for you to have this vault of evidence for your essay. So that's why it's important to have those quotes in there now with the pages. It's like you are just like this is purposeful building for your final summative assessment for this book. The other thing that's so cool is, I don't know, I connected to Shankara. I've never been beaten by a man or anything like that. However, I recognize that strength inside of her of like, I'm not going to let this be my life. And that kind of spoke to me because when I was growing up, I was like, I'm not letting what my parents' life is to be my life. So she spoke to me. So I connected with her, and that's why I chose her to really work through this character chart. Now, the next part is that I want to be able to get my feelings out about Shankara and this character. So I'm going to go over to the writing. We have every one of you will have a writing journal. And we're going to keep our thoughts and our interactions with the characters in this writing journal. And I'll often have prompts for you. Sometimes I'll just say, hey, write what you think about that character, or pick a character and write. So I've already got mine done. And I've also got the instructions on the next page for you. So it says, after reading pages 24 to 45, please select one character and fill out your character graphic organizer on that character. Already got that done. Once you've completed it, please complete this free writing activity. Make sure to watch my lesson video, which you are right now, to see how I model my free writing and explain expectations for this activity. So the prompt is, how does this character view him or herself, and how does Tyrone view that character? So Shankara sees herself as strong. Even though she got into a situation with a guy who tried to take advantage of her, she stood her ground and hit him. He hit her back, and that was enough to remind her she would never let a guy do this to her again. And then how does Tyrone view her? Tyrone can relate to Shankara because he sees himself in her black eye. When he was young, his dad used to hit his mom, and he used to hide scared because he thought his pops would come for him next. So Tyrone can relate to Shankara through that black eye. And then we also learn a little bit more about Tyrone. So the expectations for this journal is for you to fully answer the prompt. It's to think a little bit deeper, or to add to think about your character chart that you just did on this character, and now to answer the prompt that fits it, so that we can learn a little bit more about that character. And we also now see how Tyrone is relating to the characters. As I said in my video for Tuesday, Tyrone's like the thread that goes throughout the entire novel. So that's it. Okay, so each one of you will have this, and it's found in Classroom, and it's listed as an assignment. Now I'm going to pop back over to restating what the assignment is. Thursday's homework is due before Tuesday's class next week. You're going to read through page 45. You're going to choose one character and fill in the graphic organizer. And then you're going to complete the free write answering the prompt. And both of these, number 2 and 3, can both be found in Classroom. Okay, that's it. I hope you have a fabulous weekend, and I will see you next Tuesday. Be safe and have fun. Enjoy Bronx. Bye. Goodbye, everybody.